listening to The Trade Gods.
Players that you need to deal for and trade for on your championship run. Players who will pay off down the stretch. We're checking in on their price points. We are the Trade Gods, Coach and Chev. Chev, tight end 1 overall. Brock Bowers returns, has an immediate impact. 43.3 fantasy points. He had over 50 in a 175 tight end premium for me. Got me the win in the Dynasty League. Yeah, it was. I wasn't going to say that, but it's beautiful. You got me with Amon-Ra, 4 touchdowns about a month ago. So, hey,
Yeah.
we win some, we lose some. But the beauty is, Brock Bowers, if you've been maintaining middle of the pack, a little bit lower on the pack, but within distance of that last place fantasy playoff team, you have a shot at getting in the playoffs. He is a week-over-week winner. You talk about war value. Brock Bowers single-handedly wins your week last week. Now you've got him back. Where you have him and you're in contention, you're in a great spot. It's not the easiest thing to do because there are a lot of teams, best ball teams, Dynasty, Redraft, who are buried. Chev, we got some trades over here for Brock Bowers. What are some things that you like, and what are you doing with Brock Bowers to acquire him if you can? What are you doing with the teams that are in the middle? Is there any incentive to sell, or are you just holding like Apple stock?
You've got to either hold or buy at this point. The window, you've got to either hold or sell. I think the window to buy is getting closer and closer to back to what it was. Well, actually, I'd say it's exactly where it was at the beginning of the season now. I mean, coming off a 3-touchdown, 120-yard game, he did power 3 of my teams to top 5 finishes in the Flex 6 frenzy. So shout out to Brock Bowers in the second slot. But I think it's nearly impossible. Like, a lot of these trades don't look remotely realistic. 227, a 26 and a 27-1 and Joe Mixon for Brock Bowers in a round 4 and a 0.5 tight end premium. So you get an extra 0.5 for every reception they makes. And it just so happens that he leads the tight end position in receptions more often than he's not going to when he's healthy and in the lineup. Yeah, sign me up. I mean, this other one right next to it, that's a little bit closer and more intriguing, right? Brock Bowers and Brian Thomas Jr. for Nico Collins, Kareem Hunt, and Saquon Barkley. Give me Brock Bowers and Brian Thomas. Hopefully the other team, I don't really know what the other team's plan is there. Are they contending as well? Because like that just does that make sense to you?
And I'm sitting there, it's a 0.5 tight end premium where you have Bowers. The advantage is supremely over somebody like Nico Collins. You have the offshoot of Brian Thomas, who is hurt. We're probably going to get news that he could be out multiple weeks. So in a right now, who you need, but you have to understand Saquon Barkley's on the other side. You hopefully have Tank Bigsby because Barkley did not look good prior to the bye week. You know, players say, hey, I'm good to go. And then the report comes out and you're missing weeks. Hello, Terry McLaurin. It's a 2-quarterback, 12-team start 9 league. That 0.5 tight end premium really helps. I think you run the risk of Brian Thomas coming back for the Nico Collins. Kareem Hunt is just a dead fake asset in this. And maybe Kareem Hunt gets you through missing on Saquon Barkley. That's the only thing I can think of the Bowers-Thomas person. But the Bowers-Thomas person, you better have something like Trey McBride or Aronde Gadsden, some kind of a plan. But even then, selling away your depth with Brock Bowers, I would agree, Chev, you need to come away with something different, better than Saquon Barkley, Nico Collins, Kareem Hunt. I think it's a matter of you hold Brock Bowers, you don't look to sell unless you're on just a really down on your luck. Your entire roster is depleted and you got to get 3 firsts because I think that's where it's at for Brock Bowers. 3 firsts can usually flip the switch for just about any player.
Yeah.
But you're testing it. With Bowers, you're going to get it's going to be more 50-50 because you know what you own, you know what you've got. It's that old adage, hey, I know what I've got when you're selling something, but it's not a joke here. It's not hyperbole with Brock Bowers. Now, somebody else who's challenging to be the RB1 in fantasy football, Jonathan Taylor, Chev, age 26. You have an RB1 season. You're most likely the fantasy football MVP, and that's the player that guys remember and fantasy gamers remember. Saquon Barkley did it last year, Jamar Chase, of course, but anytime you have that RB1 overall in fantasy, it just hits so well. It's very memorable. We got Jonathan Taylor. He had a little bit of a down game last week, but over 200 receiving yards, The receptions, the PPR game is there. You have the plethora of touchdowns. It's a hat trick touchdown opportunity almost every game. There's 5-6 touchdowns that are out there for this Rams 2001 offense, 98 Vikings,
Mhm.
the 2013 Denver Broncos. Name any kind of high octane offense there. Jonathan Taylor, number one in explosive rating at Player Profiler. Let's take a look at some deals for Jonathan Taylor. You got a 26 round one, 27 round one for Jonathan Taylor. Straight up brass tacks. Which side do you want? What's the motivation on where you'd want Taylor? What's the motivation where you'd want the 26 and 27 round one?
If I'm retooling and like if I have a roster that can't be helped to win games and get in the win column with Jonathan Taylor, then yeah, I'd take a 26 and a 27-1. These assets, Jonathan Taylor is potentially at the peak of his powers. Like we always get these renaissance, like quintessential, like stamp it, hey, this is the best season of his career potentially. And we're in the middle of that for Jonathan Taylor right now. If he is not helping your team win, this is the exit point. It is rare that you're going to be able to exit a 26 or a 27. This is the last time you're going to be able to get this price point for Jonathan Taylor. Like you could look at how dominant Christian McCaffrey's been. You can look at how dominant Saquon Barkley's was last year. And if you went and tried to sell them now for 2 firsts, it's not going to happen. So that's the optimal price, that's the optimal price range for you to be able to get out of the Jonathan Taylor business. And if you need to get into the Jonathan Taylor business, whoever those two guys, are going to end up being in, a year, in 6 months and then 18 months respectively, like they're not going to help your lineup more than Jonathan Taylor does right now. You are just hamstringing yourself when it comes to buying other assets, but you're buying the best asset to help you win in Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, with Jonathan Taylor, maybe you could have gotten 3 back in 2021, 3 first-round picks, but that's not going to happen. Call it at the top, 226, the 26th and the 27th first. 2 first is going to do the trick and do the job for you to get Jonathan Taylor. I think you cash out when you can on a rebuilder, a non-winning team. You're tempted if you're winning. At the same time, I like to pay my next couple of years dues by winning a championship. Give me the JT side. The side of Jonathan Taylor for Travion Henderson, 26-1 and a 26 round 4 pick. Smash for Jonathan Taylor. We don't get baited into the age gap where there's that bait of like, oh, yeah, you got a 4-year age difference and a benefit to Travion Henderson. No, you don't fall for that. It's the banana in the tailpipe. So I love that. Great deal. Make sure you are holding Jonathan Taylor through these championship runs, and it's going to be a great opportunity. This is the year that you want. Dark Horse RB1 candidate in the preseason. Yours truly. I was on Jonathan Taylor, and I'm happy to say he is right on that track.
But what about DJ Giddens?
He is delivering. Man, hey, I love DJ Giddens. So I got to take the L on how good he was. But it's funny with the Colts all off season, and that's like a little diet, how do you venture off, right? I'm coming away with something on them. Had a lot of Daniel Jones, had different areas where I had Anthony Richardson, had plenty of Giddens, plenty of Taylor, and then a mix of all their receivers that they have, and of course, a ton of Tyler Warren. The Colts have really been, Chev, that offense that you want. We alluded to Vikings, Rams, Broncos of yesteryear. They really have been it, but you love Jonathan Taylor, and I would just say DJ Giddens is really throwing territory. He's as low as Caleb Johnson, maybe even lower. Now,
lower for sure.
Yeah, if you want to understand dynasty value, let's hear from the Podfather.
Hey, what if I told you there was a Dynasty app where you could get player lifetime values, evaluate trades, including draft picks out to 2028, compare the advanced metrics of 2 players, look up the sentiment, buy, sell, hold on players? Well, there is a mobile app that has all of that and more called the Dynasty Dominator, and it's $5 in the App Store on Google Play. This is my gift to you, the most affordable Dynasty League domination app available today. And if you already have it, the 2025 class is ready to download. Let's go.
Now, here's a player, championship run, Rashee Rice. Chev, you and I were on him last year. We felt the pain of Rashee Rice getting hurt. We went through all the people trying to say, oh, you can't extrapolate, but people wisely understood the prior year Super Bowl run, how good Rashee Rice was, especially in the red zone. We saw the first couple games run out before getting hurt last year. And now this year, we're getting the run out that we want off of the suspension. No rust needed. You have finishes of 10, 2, and wide receiver 12, 3 straight weeks. Rashee Rice gets a little rest here. Then he's good for the rest of the season. If you've made it this far, kind of like Brock Bowers, but in a different light, you are benefiting greatly. You have somebody who may be the wide receiver 1 overall the rest of the way from here forward, or he's at least safely top 5. You love to see it. Chev got some deals up here. Rashee Rice for Teteroa McMillan and a 27th third. What direction do you go?
I mean, for a contender, it's going to be a pain for me. It'd be really painful, but I would have to get this deal done if I was looking to add points to my lineup for 2025. I love Teteroa McMillan. You've heard me talk about how good I think Teteroa McMillan is. I think that the long-term ceiling could be higher. Like, I think that he has potential to be the dynasty wide receiver 1 in short order, just depending on. But right now, today, Rashee Rice was my bring home the bacon player last year. I expected him to step back into this role. The Chiefs didn't even entertain trading for a wide receiver because of how good they believe that Rashee Rice is. And if a Hall of Fame coach and a Hall of Fame quarterback and a team with the pedigree that the Chiefs have believe that this guy is good, who are we to question that? So add him to your lineup. You give up Teteroa McMillan in a third. You've got a 25-year-old wide receiver who's the wide receiver 1 for one of the most prolific quarterbacks in NFL history. Let's not overthink this here. So, yeah, smash. I mean, Marv, a 26-1 and a 26-3. Yeah, Marv had a great game last night. Rashee Rice has, I can't tell you how many games with 7 receptions in his career since going back to the back half of his rookie season. So, yeah, Rashee Rice is the most viable, bankable wide receiver 1 as long as he's healthy in an elite offense that you can buy, and he's still not being treated in that same light as a tier 2, the tier 2 guys, the Drake Londons, those like that ilk. But if you look at the fantasy production, it aligns with someone who is truly elite.
We've been tortured on Rashee Rice only for the fact that we haven't been able to just put an entire season together of everything that we've been hyping, have been right about, and had wrong outcome on. We had, of course, the injury, and then you had the suspension, which has gotten in the way of the nirvana of having him. And that's the only discomfort where people aren't putting Rashee Rice into that top 5. They might put him just outside. It's because of the duration, the length of the amount of time, game over game. And we're about to get that post bye week. And another deal here, I love Rashee Rice and Tajay Spears. Yes, chef's kiss for Malik Neighbors. It's just a matter of you're printing money every single week right now. Time value of money, time value of a player. I want to win now. Give me the printed price of Rashee Rice, who 1-for-1 with Malik Neighbors can just be about even when they're both healthy. And then you're going to give me the guy who's healthy. And on top, can I get Devon Achant Light in the event that Tajay Spears gets the Titans job to himself? Yes, please. Twice on Sundays, 3 times going into the waiver wire, 3 times towards this trade deadline, because I really want some Tajay Spears to hit. So I love this all the way. Chev, it's been great. We've got Brock Bowers, Jonathan Taylor, Rashee Rice. Go win your leagues. Make sure they're on your rosters. If you can get a swing deal like some of the ones we've seen, go out and get it. Don't look back. Don't question it. We are the trade gods.
From the Podfather to you, I deeply appreciate you tuning in. And many ask, what can I do? What can I do to help support the hosts, the research they do, the production costs? Go to PlayerProfiler.com, Dynasty Deluxe, World Famous Draft Kit, Rankings, DFS Dominator, and of course, data analysis. Subscribe to any one of those, and you support all of us and take Player Profiler to the moon.